and welcome back to the Yoga for Skaters YouTube channel. My name is Ace, your friend in yoga and off skates training, and today I have for you a simple, strong hip flexor practice. So that means that we are going to keep it simple, but we're going to focus on strengthening and some release for those hip flexors. So first and foremost, one thing to know is that the particular action that we'll focus on as far as the hip flexors go is hip flexion, which means bringing that knee towards the chest, flexing at the hip joint. So for this practice, I am going to recommend that you've got a block, at least one. And if you don't have a block, you can always use a book, just something to lift the floor for you there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Find your way to the top of your mat, and let's take an easy stand here in Tadasana. So feet about hips width distance apart. You can let the arms rest along the side body, and then if it feels safe and comfortable to close the eyes, go ahead and do that. We'll start with 3 easy breaths. So inhaling through the nose, sending that breath all the way down into the belly. And then as you exhale, releasing that breath out the mouth all the way from deep down in the belly. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, if you'd like to bring those palms together at your heart, you can go ahead and do that. And we'll just take a final breath here to set an intention for your practice. Maybe something you're working on or something you're letting go. And then on that last exhale, relax the arms. You can flutter the eyes open, and let's go ahead and get started. So from here, take that deep inhale, reach up and look up. And as you exhale, send the hips back, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, find a halfway lift, straight legs, nice flat back. And as you exhale, come all the way down. Keep your right foot in front, step that left foot back. So we're just going to come into an easy runner's lunge. If you want to bring the blocks out now, you can go ahead and do that just to lift the floor a little bit and keep that spine neutral. And then from here, go ahead and just dip the back knee. Reach through that back heel to lengthen it once again. So really strong front knee over front heel. Most of our weight is in that front leg so that we can dip that back knee and lengthen it. Perfect. So as we dip the back knee, we're getting a little stretch through the front of the left hip. Nice. And as we lengthen through the heel, we're using those muscles on the other side of the hip flexors, the glutes, to find a little space. 1 more time. Perfect. And then keep your left hand down on the block or the floor. As you inhale, you can reach the right arm up. We'll take a moment here for a twist. And as you hold this position, again, thinking about right knee over right heel and reaching through the back heel, nice long left leg. Perfect. Right hand comes down. Go ahead and step up to forward fold. Perfect. Next inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, go ahead and reach up. You can take a look up. And then flip those palms to the front of your mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows wide. Lift the heart for a little cactus. And then inhale, reach the arms straight up overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Yeah, we'll set up for the second side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot stays in front. Right foot steps back. And then same thing on this side. We'll stay strong with that left knee over the left heel. And then bending into the back knee, reaching through that back heel, engaging that right glute to lengthen through the front of the right hip. Beautiful. Good. Let's do a few more here. Staying strong through the front leg. Nice. 1 more time, dipping that back knee, reaching through the back heel, and then grounding that right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up to find your twist. Beautiful. Same deal, finding those focal points. Left heel reaches down, left knee over the left heel, and that right heel is strong towards the back of your mat. Nice. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, left hand comes down. Step up to forward fold. Nice. Next inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground down to reach up, arms overhead. And as you exhale, another moment to back bend in standing, lifting the heart, opening the chest. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale from here, sink the hips down and back. Come into your chair pose. Perfect. So arms straight out in front. And already here, we're finding that hip flexion, right? Knees coming towards the chest, and then flexion at that hip joint. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, can you keep lowering? Yep, belly to thighs, lower the hips down, 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 and then find your way to your seat. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come right into a boat pose. So our Navasana. If you'd like for your boat pose, go ahead and grab a block, bring it in between the knees, and then heels can stay on the ground, squeezing that block. Core stays strong. You should feel those hip flexors, hands straight out in front. Stay here, or lift the heels, hold your boat. Nice, nice, good. So that action of knees coming towards the chest, that's your hip flexion. We want to make sure we're coordinating hip flexor engagement with that core engagement. So we've got that block to cue the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, and then we're keeping that core strong, keeping the spine organized. One more inhale. As you exhale, remove the block, cross the right ankle in front of the left. Good. And then just take a moment to walk the hands out. Yeah. And we'll take this moment. So fingertips on your mat. Can you push the floor away just a little bit? So find a little bit of space through the hip creases. Perfect. One more time here. Same exact thing. If you want to use that block, great. If you want to find a progression or if you want to bring the heels down, go ahead and do that. And we're holding. Perfect. Good. So action, squeeze the knees together or squeeze the block. Pelvic floor draws up. Belly button is drawing to the spine. Hip flexors are engaged to keep those knees drawing towards the chest. We got it. Last few seconds here. Can you breathe? Even while you've got this engagement, can you breathe? Good. 3, 2, yeah. Release the block. This time cross the left ankle in front of the right. Same thing. Let's find that forward fold. Press the pads of the fingers down and then press the floor away as best you can just to find a little bit of length through the back body, a little bit of space in the hip crease. Perfect. Awesome. So from here, go ahead, roll over those ankles, take your step back into high plank position. Beautiful. Take an inhale here in high plank. And as you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Full inhale here in down dog. Full exhale. Perfect. Next inhale, shift forward to high plank position. Good. Push the floor away, maybe a little bit of doming through the upper back, and then bring your right knee to your chest. Feel that right hip flexor. Yes, keeping that knee close to the chest. Push the floor away even more. 3, 2, right foot steps back. Perfect. Same thing, second side. Left knee to chest. Hold it. Hold it here. Yes, floor presses away. Belly is strong. That thigh is reaching up towards the core. Step the left foot back. Inhale here. Exhale, knees come down. Bend the elbows. Lower the thighs, the hips, the chest. Perfect. And then engaging the glutes. As you inhale next, lift the heart forward and up. So little baby cobra here. And exhale all the way down. Yes. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Next, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, stack the hips. Bend the right knee. And just take a moment here to open up through the front of the right hip. Yeah, already doing some work for those hip flexors. Perfect. Right leg reaches back. Step it down to meet the left. Perfect. Next inhale, left leg up and back. Good. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Nice. Take your moment. Perfect. Coming back to that breath. And then inhaling back to three-legged dog. Left foot comes down, back to downward facing dog. Perfect. Next inhale, look in between the hands. And as you exhale, tiptoe your way all the way up to that forward fold. Good. From your forward fold, grab opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. Nice job. Yeah. And then on your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, take a look up. Good. And as you exhale, let's find those cactus arms lifting the heart, opening the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down. Right foot stays in front. Let's step that left leg back. As you inhale, rise up for your high lunge. Beautiful. And then a little more active here, engaging that left glute. Can you bend the back knee? And can you bend it to come down and hover over the floor? Yes. Front heel, front foot is strong. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Nice. Bring those palms together at your heart. Lengthen through the back heel as you twist left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Perfect. And step the left foot up to meet the right in your forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, little back bend here. Squeeze the glutes, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come down. Left foot stays in front. Right leg reaches back. Inhale, rise up. And same thing on this side. Can you squeeze that right glute? Yep. Start to lower that right knee as low as you can go to hover, right? If this bothers your knee at all on either side, give it a rest. Maybe use blocks. Maybe use a chair. Be easy as you're working with the hip flexors here. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, lengthen through that back leg. Palms come together in prayer. And we twist right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Perfect. Inhale in your twist. Exhale. Perfect. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Perfect. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink it down and back to that chair pose. Perfect. All right, nice. Hip flexors are going here. Core is going. And we're going to make our way right back down to the floor. So as you're ready, lowering, squeeze the hip flexors, squeeze the knees to the chest. Lower, lower, and we're here. Nice. All right. So a little progression from that last section we did. We're going to start back in that boat pose. This time, don't worry about using the blocks. So you're going to come into your boat, either legs up or heels down. I'm going to demo from heels down first. What we're going to do here is hold that boat pose, and then we're going to work with bringing the heel up and down, second heel up and down. So if you're there, great, go for that one. If you want a little bit more, come into your boat pose, Lower heel and lift. Heel and lift. Good. Whichever variation you want to do, go for it. And I want you to just notice there's a 90-degree bend in my knee. And what I'm doing, I'm using the hip flexor to lower that whole shape. Okay? It's not squeezing your heel to your butt or dropping the heel. It's very controlled. See if you can use your mind-body connection to make the action come from that hip flexor. Good. Last few seconds. All right, nice. And then from here, bring the bottoms of the feet down. Bring the hands behind you. They can be wide, fingertips wide, or fingertips toward your hips. And then press down to lift up for your reverse tabletop. In this reverse tabletop, squeeze those glutes. Yeah. Send the belly button to the ceiling. Good. As you engage the glutes, can you let the front of the hips relax? One more inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Awesome. So then from here, we'll move into some straighten our legs from boat pose. So for this one, you can use the hands behind you if you need the assist, all right? If you don't, great. Take those arms out in front. From here, we're going left toes long, right leg long. Yes, so toes and leg. Left, good. Right, perfect. So keep going. And again, use your hands if you need it to support you here, or work with your range of motion. So hip flexors getting way more out of this as we straighten the leg. Good. Last few, 3, 2, yes, feeling my good leg. 1, keep the right leg up, keep the left leg up. Use those hands if you need it. Maybe walk the hands towards your ankles and find that full boat pose. Hold here. Core is strong. Hip flexors engaged. 3, 2, and then gently coming out of your boat. Good. Send the legs long. Same hand position as the reverse tabletop. This time, reverse plank. Reach through the toes. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips. Yes. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Keep pressing the floor away. Exhale, engage the glutes. 1 more inhale. Exhale, engage the glutes. And then gently find your way down. Perfect. And then go ahead, cross the ankles, rock your way forward to high plank position. Inhale here in high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put it all together. Right leg reaches up and back, 3-legged dog. Good. And as you exhale, shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, knee to chest. We use the inhale to reach up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale one more time, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Good. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, take that moment to open up the hip. Beautiful. Full inhale here. And as you exhale, come right on back to downward facing dog. Yeah. Same thing, second side. Left leg up and back. Squeeze that left glute. Inhale, shift forward. Knee to chest. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, reach it back. And stack the hips. Open it up. Ah, beautiful. Full inhale here. Full exhale. And then bringing that left leg down to meet the right. Take a breath in downward facing dog. Good. Next, inhale, look in between the hands. As you exhale, tiptoe your way all the way up to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, one more baby back bend. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight legs, nice flat back. Exhale, come on down. Right leg stays in front. Step the left leg back. Bend that left knee. Let's come all the way up into our low lunge. So we're going to wind it down here. These next few poses are just here to help us open up the front of the hips. So starting with that left hip, go ahead and bring the hands to the pelvis. Nice. And then engage that left glute. If you need to squeeze it a little bit, make sure it's going, you can do that. And then from here, take the whole pelvis forward for a little shift and then back. So a few times shifting forward, shifting back, and making sure we're taking the pelvis with you, right? Good. And then if you'd like to find a hold, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to walk my front foot up a little bit so that I can shift the pelvis forward and hold a little deeper in this stretch. Nice. Perfect. Take another inhale here. Good. And then come back just a little bit. Go ahead and grab your block and bring it to the outside of that right hip. Perfect. So right hand is going to stay on the block. And then one way to get that psoas, one of our hip flexors, is we actually want to go up a little back and side bend. So the way we're going to get into this one to get that psoas, we're going to keep the left glute engaged, keep that front hip open, reach the left arm up. Perfect. Now you're going to start to send the hips to the left as you reach up and over to the right. You can use that block so that you can rest the right hand and press the block away. And then ever so slightly, just take that gaze up to the hand. So ever so slightly with the back bend. Nice. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, come on back through center. One more moment to release this left side. Bring your block inside of the right foot. This last stretch, this does not feel good for you, for your knee or whatever reason, don't worry about it. Stick with the lunge, stick with the side bend. For this one, we're going to shift forward ever so slightly with the whole pelvis. And then I like to bring my left hand to a block. And from here, I'm going to bend that left knee and reach back for it with the right hand. Yeah. I'm going to grab the inside of this foot because really what this particular stretch is about is bringing that heel towards the glute to open up the front of the hip. And so I don't necessarily want to be finding any tension or anything back there, but I'm just going to kind of use some leverage of my pelvis shifting forward and squeezing that heel to the sit bone to find a little more opening. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale. Sorry, let's take one more breath. Inhale. Good. Relax that left foot. Yes. Go ahead and send your block to the side. Yeah. Shift that weight into the right foot. Tuck the left toes. Step up to your forward fold. Awesome. Take a moment to just shake it out here in your forward fold. Good. Second side. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. Right knee bends. Good. So just starting with the setup. Left knee over left heel. Right knee under the right hip. Right glute is engaged. Hands to the pelvis and just shift forward and shift it back. Yeah. So we did a lot of work for the hip flexors. All of those boat pose variations are challenging the hip flexor, right? And then all of the reverse planks, reverse tabletop, those are going to be good counter poses for the hip flexors. Good. Go ahead and take a moment wherever you're at. If you want to walk that front foot forward a little bit, you can, keeping the pelvis shifting forward with you. Good. Back glute engaged. Keep feeling that opening. Nice. We'll take another deep breath here. Good. And then go ahead and reset yourself with the hips over the back knee. And then block comes to the outside of the left hip here, and we'll move into that side bend. So right arm reaches up. Send the hips to the right as you reach up and over to the left. And then I'm grounding that left palm on the block, but staying strong through the shoulder. So I've got this strong left side body from which to side bend, and then a little gaze up towards the right fingertips, maybe feeling a little further up the hip. It might feel like it's going into your belly or that side core. Two more breaths here. Perfect. One more breath here. And then push through that block to make your way up. And then we'll use the block for that deepest variation we'll do today. So block comes under the right hand. You might shift the pelvis forward a little bit. Right hand on the block, bend the right knee, reach back. Again, I'm going to grab the inside of the right foot here. Just a slight variation from grabbing the outside, right? Like we sometimes do in our lizard. Good. And then squeezing that heel towards the sit bone. Nice. Feeling through the front of that right hip. Perfect. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, gently release that right foot. Perfect. You can set your block to the side. Nice. And then go ahead, hands down, tuck the toes, step up to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, take a look up. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring the palms together at your heart, or maybe along the side body. And so we will wrap up this simple, strong practice with a few breaths in standing. So from this standing position, maybe allowing the eyes to close. And just take a moment to check in with the body, maybe noticing any shifts in sensation from head to toe. Take a moment to check in with the breath. Can you notice your breath slowing down? And then taking these last few breaths just to notice the mind. So where were you mind-wise at the top of this practice? What does focusing your efforts on the hip flexors, or maybe just on moving your body, what does finding that focus do for the mind here? Where are you at now as far as your mind state goes? Good. One more round of breath here. And then if you'd like to bring the palms together at your heart, you can go ahead and do that. Take a moment to recall your intention from the beginning of class. and making a connection between your intention and your practice here today. And then keeping this connection close as you move off the mat and into the world. The light and the teacher in me sees the light and the teacher in all of you. Shanti, peace, namaste. All right. Well, I hope you're very familiar with where your hip flexors are now. Thank you so much for joining me for this Simple Strong practice. Simple Strong is a good tag to look for if you're looking for a yoga practice that has a strength focus, one where you'll get a little bit of a workout as well. So thank you again for joining me. If you like this practice, go ahead and click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the Yoga for Skaters YouTube channel so that you'll be alerted every time we drop a new video. And I will look forward to seeing you next time.